Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. I'm really surprised about this. Firebase Z has only just released. It's not been out for a very long time, and it appears that we are already getting teasers for another zombies map. Treyarch have just tweeted out saying, breach scale large, status 0% contained, and attached this GIF. And there are a few things in here which are really reminiscent of previous maps we've seen in the past, such as this chandelier pretty much perfectly matching the chandelier that we've all seen a million times in none other than Kino der Toten. Now, we did see in some of the leaks that I've already covered on my channel in the last couple of weeks, talk of Kino being the next map, and then potentially a Ural Mountains map as a third DLC map after that. And if what we're seeing here is indeed Kino in this GIF, then that would line up with that perfectly. It's worth slowing this thing down and taking a look at what's actually going on here, because the chandelier is very obvious, but the scenery around it, the room that you're kind of zooming through in this weird dark ether vision, is sort of new looking. This hole in the ceiling thing with what looks like some kind of scaffolding of some kind being built up to it isn't something that is immediately familiar to me, and it makes me feel like we're maybe in a kind of dome-shaped building, but then there could also be some kind of walkway, or maybe walkway is the wrong word, but basically a walkable area on top that you could sort of look down through this hole into the building itself. It's definitely unusual, and you then also have the door lower down, which does admittedly just continue to give me Kino vibes, but before we jump the gun too fast, let's be level-headed about this and consider this image that I saw posted by Pogbama, which shows the comparison to the original Kino chandelier. And as you can see, this is a little different. It's not a one-to-one replica, and so there is a chance that Treyarch have basically decided that they're going to give us something similar to Kino to kind of get our hopes up in one direction, sort of how they gave us hints towards R previously in the lead up to Firebase Z, and everyone was like, oh, R must be Richtfun, it's the only thing that's possible. I was one of those people too, don't get me wrong, I'm admitting that wholeheartedly, that I thought R was going to be Richtfun, and then it was Ravenov, right? They've debated us in the past. What if they're doing the very same thing this time? They're giving us a little debate, making us think that it's Kino, and then actually, this is the Ural Mountains after all. And the reason for that is that there is so much information inside Firebase Z stating that the Ural Mountains is very, very soon going to be coming. It's not something that is necessarily like 6 months away or anything crazy. This thing is the next logical area of exploration for our crew, or for Requiem in some capacity at least. And we also know that the breach in the Ural Mountains is the biggest we have seen yet. The dark ether activity there is so prominent, and that is why Omega are so interested in that site. It's the direct successor, I guess, to Firebase Z. That's one that they really are going to attempt to exploit the dark ether with, and the breach itself is 0% contained, just like it says in the Treyarch tweet. I feel like this is a much stronger indicator than any similar looking chandelier, that what we are seeing here is the Ural Mountains map of some kind. And what that seems to be, seeing as we've had a load of other leaks this week that I'll be talking about in more detail in other videos, is this sort of open world experience, this new zombies thing of some kind of transformation of the zombies mode, not to just be a new zombies map, but actually some transformation of the experience. I'm talking like Verdansk sized, like big. And there's actually evidence for this in this image that I saw posted by Nanikos, which says, East German countryside, you have a breach, 2nd of April 1984, breach status small, 94% contained, whereas the Ural Mountains one is breach scale large, 0% contained. I think that's the most important takeaway from this. I'm actually going to wrap this video up here so I can make more in-depth videos in the next few days, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that sub button right now, and if you haven't already turned on notifications, now would be a pretty good time to do it, because there are big things coming for the zombies mode, guys. You do not want to miss this. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.